In life, there's a great unseen stream of power that's like a river, except that one side flows in one direction upwards, carrying everyone who get into that side of the stream upward to success, while the other side flows in the opposite direction, carrying everyone who gets caught up in this direction and not being able to pull themselves out downstream to misery. Anyone who has done what they want to do has recognized this, and it consists of one's thoughts and emotions. The positive emotions of thought create the upward stream towards success, while the negative emotions of thought create the downward streams towards misery. To put it simply, this is the law of attraction. I know a lot of people have heard about the law of attraction and are really skeptical of what it really is. Other people think that they know how it works, but not sure on how it actually works. So in this video, I'm going to break it down so you will have a much clearer idea of how to actually use the law of attraction to your benefit. Because you've actually been using it your whole life. You're just not conscious of it. Now, the first part of the law of attraction is that thoughts are things. What you think about, you bring about. You might be asking how or why is that? Just think about it. Every piece of technology has come from a thought. From your phone, your laptop, your car, your chair, your fan, everything. Thomas Edison, for example, when he was inventing the light bulb, back then his light bulb idea was only that. It was just an idea that he wanted to become reality. And when he failed 1,000 times or something like that, he still thought that it was possible and tried again and again until one day his thought actually became reality. Even through all the trial and error and all the time spent working on it, because best believe it didn't happen overnight. The second part of the law of attraction is that like attracts alike. You attract what you are in life, the good and the bad. There's a reason why certain people always be getting into toxic relationships after a toxic relationship over and over. It's because they are toxic themselves and they attract other toxic people. And I know we all know at least one person that's like this. Are you even thinking about going to a movie? Across the Spider-Verse, really good movie. You like Spider-Man, and other people who also like Spider-Man are going to see the movie too. And naturally, you guys will be attracted to the same movie theater that's showing Spider-Man. Everything that is good and bad in our lives, we have attracted consciously or more often unconsciously. That's why you have to meditate. Become more aware of your unconscious self-talk, and you'll soon realize how negative you really talk about yourself, because that's ultimately the cause of a lot of your problems. And a lot of people don't like to take accountability for their situations. They're going to be into now watching this video saying, I don't want to be in toxic relationships all the time, and so how is it my fault? Without looking into themselves and realizing their own toxic traits. You are the problem, because most people like to take accountability for all of the good things about their life without wanting to take accountability for all the negative. And you just can't do that. Again, they're two sides of the same coin. In order to succeed, you have to accept your failures. And this leads to the third aspect of the law of attraction, your self-image. You don't manifest what you want in life. You manifest who you are. If you want to get something, you must become something. You have to be, to do, to have. You have to become a guitarist, to play the guitar, to have the skill. The skill doesn't make you the guitarist. You have to become a gym goer to work out, to have the muscles. The amount of muscles don't make you a gym goer or a gym bro. I don't know what this, like, do you have a name or something? If you're always in a toxic relationship, stop trying to look for the right person and start trying to become the right person. Now, a lot of people believe that just by believing in the law of attraction, that's all you need. That's not how it works. Just believing won't do anything. You actually have to do the work to achieve what you want. You have to put in the action, not just say what you want. Think that you are what you want to become, and then let the universe do its thing while you do absolutely nothing to show the universe that you actually want it. This is what so many people miss. If you truly believed in it, you would act accordingly. And when you actually take a step towards your goals and dreams, your goals and dreams will willingly take a step towards you. Why? Because again, like attracts alike. Once you start to move in your situation, it gets easier and easier the more you move, and you gain momentum. Now, if you're putting in the work, trying to attract the things that are like you, and you're still not getting the results you want, this is where detachment comes in. You have to be detached from the thing you want in order to attract it. Why? Because when you're attached to something, you bring a lot of emotions, associations, connections towards that certain thing you're attached to. Whether that's people, and a lot more often than you think, you are too attached to your goals. Okay, but how is that a bad thing though? Shouldn't I be, obsessive over the things I don't want? No. When you're so attached to something, when you have all that emotion towards a specific outcome, it becomes hard for you to see the situation from a third person point of view. It distorts your vision, not your actual vision, but your ability to envision a plan to realistically achieve what you want to achieve, to see what your situation actually looks like instead of seeing it of what you think it looks like. And why should you do this? Because when something goes wrong, you get frustrated and angry. And at the same time of when you started to get frustrated, you could have looked past your frustration and see it from a view outside of yourself and ask yourself, what could I do to do better next time? Or what went wrong? Or what did I objectively mess up on? So you can improve and get closer to the goal you wanted instead of blindly trying harder, forcing more energy trying to chase what you want, right? Chasing what you want instead of trying to attract it. You can only chase something that runs away. What this does to you mentally is that it puts your goal on a pedestal. You start to see it as something above you in a sense, as something to get rather than as something to have or to be. This is why it's crucial to detach from what you're trying to achieve so you know how to live in a way, do certain things that make it inevitable for you to acquire them. Why? Because you're causing it to come to you, not the other way around. That's why it's called the law of attraction, not the law of chase. And mentally, this makes your goals feel much more attainable. And as your goals feel more attainable and more normal, the more you feel like you have the power to do something. And that's a powerful feeling. And like I said earlier, it's the positive emotions that curate that upward stream towards your success to help you manifest what you want. And manifestation is not what people think it means, since the word has been thrown around to mean different things. Manifestation just means to make something clear or obvious to the mind. And I know a lot of y'all thought it meant something completely else. It literally just means to make something clear in your mind. This is important because in order to do something, you have to know how to do it. When you're manifesting, you're trying to figure out how to clearly get from point A to point B, figuring out what's the difference between the me now and the gap between where I want to be. That's why when people talk about manifestation, they're like, I visualize the goal. I know what it looks like. I know what it smells like. I know what it feels like, because you have to know. And what comes with knowing is you being precise and strategic on how you get there, to know what it takes to become what you want to become or to do what you want to do. And that's how you use the law of attraction.